right, welcome back to the Amazon Internet Services presents to you Economic Times Global Digital League 2.0 powered by Kindred. Now, we are into our last session, very interesting again. So let's jump into it straight away. Well. Crisis as a catalyst for transformation, excelling digital transformation in work from home environment. Joining us the same is Senior Global Director, New Capabilities, AB InBev India, Ronan Gaeti. Ronan, over to you for a very interesting session. And I hope you're going to play on the guitars, right?
Hi, thank you for having me here. I'm really glad. So I'm Ronan Gaeti. I'm responsible for the new capabilities in ABI. I was requested to talk here a little bit about how we are doing the digital transformation in the crisis environment. I would share a little bit with you how has been our journey so far. But before we start, I think it's important to set a little bit of context. I work at AB InBev. A lot of people doesn't know what AB InBev is all about. We produce beer, the world's first social network in the world. This is important to mention. And our storage is over 600 years. We have 260 breweries and 500 plus beer brands all over the world. As you can see, we start back from 1366 until now, and the last merge and acquisition happened in 2016. As you can see, we are not a company that grow like organically, that we have all type of one single platform, systems, and so on. There's a lot of complexity in our environment when you're talking about digital transformation, when you're talking about really upscaling our game on transforming things. And just before we go to the presentation, here a little more fun facts for you to understand about AB InBev. Today we operate in more than 50 countries. We have 170,000 employees. I said about the beers, 500 plus. Our beers are sold like in 150 countries today, and 8 of the 10 top beers today is our brands. And one thing that normally people don't realize is that we are the number one on the craft beer as well. We have 35 beers in 30 countries and growing, okay? And in an environment like this, GCC plays a gigantic role. We need to really step up the game and create a capability center that started back in 2015 when we started our first GCC here in a partnership with Accenture. We took it over in 2018, and since then, we are growing a lot in our GCC scope, driving a lot of transformation and becoming and going from a transactional center to a benchmark GCC in India today, doing a lot of transformation and value creation. And if you look today in our big priorities that we have, so we have business value through analytics, that we have set up a center of analytics here in India and so on. We want to transform and generate new capabilities. We want to upskill our talent pool, automate all the transactional activities, and drive operational excellence in finance, commercial, HR, and so on. This tell a little bit the context. We are a beer company. We are all over the world. We need to go for a digital transformation. And in order for us to go to this, I would like to divide here in 3 topics. How we started when we created this digital transformation here in India, connecting with our big transformation program that is happening, which is called Aurora, creating the common template, but takes time. When the crisis hit us and we need to reinvent the team to really support the company to the crisis, and how we managed to exit the crisis even stronger by creating a lot of capabilities, define the roadmap for an end-to-end transformation that we have today, okay? If you look back, let me tell you this story, how it happened. In 2019, we set up a team from scratch. There is nobody working on business transformation at that time. All primarily focus was OTC and B2B. We did a full agile transformation. We certified 100% of our team. We created an innovation brewery to connect us with the ecosystem of startups here in India to support us during this full transformation. Pre-pandemic, 2020, we start the year, we're super excited, okay, we know what we need to do. Let's start the transformation of OTC. We have the roadmap approved for Europe and US. We have our startup selected. It's time to go. And then March came, all the investments needs to be put on hold, work from home start, and what to do in a pandemic world where you don't have any knowledge about what is going to happen. We have like almost 40 people that were dedicated for this transformation without projects, and we need to reinvent ourselves. So then we created what we call today the Cashwork Group. The Cashwork Group was a group that we created to really support the company to go and navigate through the crisis, primarily focused on order to cash. The entire team, regardless of what they were doing, they were all together in this group, creating the toolkits, best practices, leveraging the KPIs, understanding credit policies, and start define what will be the end-to-end transformation roadmap for us by really go in details in all the issues, the problems that we have and so on. We managed to create a roadmap for transformation that enables us today to have the business transformation work. There is a lot of complexity here. There was a new ways of working. We have remote stakeholders, we have management of all agile routines, fully remote, and so on and so forth. But even though we managed to increase during the pandemic time 16% of our engagement score in the team, we managed to reduce 55% of our overdues worldwide. And as a result of Cashwork Group, we have today the roadmap of transformation of OTC. It's when you really change the context of the team from just supporting, understanding, and create the roadmap to really start driving the acceleration of OTC that today is happening in Mexico, Brazil, Africa, and supporting our fintech strategy that is being put in place. And on top of that, this year already, we increased 17% in our engagement score. So why I'm so focused on this engagement score? Because for me, it's instrumental when you have everybody working from home. How do you really connect to your team? How you can make them make the transformation, even being at home, and be effective on that. Where are we today? Our engagement score, 90 plus. Cashwork Group has become the reference in OTC in ABI. And today, we are shaping up our one-year plan with a robust OTC acceleration plan for 2022 worldwide. Driven from GCC, with all the knowledge, we took the crisis as an opportunity to accelerate our transformation. First of all, generating the knowledge on people, and then executing the transformation. And one thing that we all wanted to do this in the office. It would be much easier for all of us. Reality is we are still, this year, 2021, fully working from home with all the type of distractions that may happen and so on. But this is important for you to operate in an environment like this to set the right context. And that's what we did this year. We clearly said to all the team members, why are we here? What is the purpose of this group? Which is here is to boost our customer journey experience by connecting the backend and the frontend, doing the real transformation. What is the vision? What are we doing? We are doing OTC product, connect with our big platforms. The mission, everything, end-to-end, data-driven, agile, transformation of OTC. So this is important. We have a big focus on doing this, but it's not only doing system implementation, it's end-to-end, data-driven, agile transformation. This is important. Every time that we start our meeting, we go for our one page. This is our context. This is what we do. That helps us, our team, which are not together, whenever they need to take a decision or something, go back to the context. What are we doing? Why are we here? For me, this was instrumental for us to be able to not only support the company during the Cashwork Group time, but how we are now operating the transformation worldwide, becoming a reference in the company for OTC transformation. And more to come in the next year, that we are going to expand a little bit beyond OTC products. And I'm really happy to say that even in all these environments that we have, GCC was certified as a great place to work, but it doesn't stop here. We managed to win 3 awards on the Zinov Awards. One of the ones that was the great place to innovate, which was the innovation startup ecosystem that we started back in 2019, was recognized as the great place to innovate. And we have also the excellent remote talent engagement and the technical role model award. And yesterday, we were really happy to be rewarded by NASCO as excellent during the crisis. The Cashwork Group was selected for this award, and we also won the award of Excellence Building Talent of the Future. I think it is important, the context again. When we set the context for our team, you are never going to need to tell them how to build a boat. You can envision and set the vision that you want to navigate the seas. It's going to be much easier for them to have this context. You don't need to micromanage. They are going to be much more empowered to take this decision and enable the digital transformation in this working from home scenario that I don't believe that is going to go away so easily. And it's been helping us a lot. I took this quote from the Netflix book, which I think is super good, especially in this time, the way that Netflix is really managing and have a culture of ownership that help us to set the context. If some takeaways here, first of all, have the right people in place. We hire great people who are here because of them and not of what they are going to do. And that was really easy when you need to really set a new context, stopping doing transformation, helping the company to navigate the crisis, and so on. So first who, then what to do. The second point is set the right context in a clear way that everybody is going to be able to take any decisions, any type of actions based on what they are supposed to do. Innovation is a real catalyst for business growth. It's instrumental that helps us a lot in our digital transformation journey. We partner with startups to really support the transformation. Go Agile. Agile was, I think, the pillar of how we work during this entire time. There's one thing that I do day in, day out is make sure that we have all our ceremonies, our stand-ups and so on, keeping having the right connection with your team so we can have the real context being set, and we analyze when you need to really reemphasize where are we going and how we are going to do that. And again, never waste a crisis. Crisis is a catalyst for transformation. It's been a tough year for everybody, but even a tough year like this, the team managed to reinvent themselves, create a gigantic value to the company, and now we do a gigantic transformation that we are having for this year and the years to come. I think that's all.
Thank you so much, Ronan. That was indeed very, very insightful. Thank you for your time again here, and I hope you all got everything that Ronan said right now. It's only a way forward in terms of what more. Thank you again, and before I kind of summarize the entire thing, I want to take time in thanking all our speakers, all our moderators who helped us make sure you fetch more. Your objectives of coming future is clear, and what's coming in future is even more sharper for you to understand, take a lead, and learn from it. Before I sign off, I quickly want to thank again our partners who indeed have helped us forward in all aspects. A big thank you again to our presenting partner, Amazon Internet Services, co-powered by Kyndryl, innovation partner, Dell Technologies, platinum partner, NetApp and Reddington, gold partners, Commvault, Juniper Networks, exclusive networks, Fiserv, Checkpoint Software Technologies, our associate partners, Poly, Datamatics, and Jabra, and of course, supporting associations. A big thank you to Community Participants Association of India, CPAI, of course, Cyber Society of India, and National Accreditation Board for Health, NABH. Well, once again, thank you for joining us. You have made possible. In case you have any questions, go down a chat box, pen down your questions. Make sure that your questions are answered and what you've learned. And in case you don't want to talk about your experience here, seeing what you've learned, go on and make sure your post has a hashtag ETGDL. My name is Mithun Upadhyay. I sign off from this very, very amazing platform where we make sure you got a little more for the future. This indeed was all about Amazon Internet Services, Economic Times Global Digital League 2.0 powered by Kindred. Thank you. Stay safe and be digital. Thank you.